Organizations invest billions in digital transformation, building massive infrastructures where cloud platforms and artificial intelligence integrations evolve continuously. Upgrading technological platforms is widely assumed to secure a permanent competitive advantage. Yet many of those same organizations treat employee education as an isolated event. Software stacks are updated daily, while human learning is relegated to a static annual seminar. The modern enterprise functions on its underlying capacity to learn and adapt alongside its tools. In the traditional episodic learning model, education happens in rigid bursts. Employees complete initial onboarding, click through mandatory compliance training, or attend an occasional development program. This chart tracking human capability illustrates the result. Episodic training yields a stair-step pattern. You achieve baseline competency, then stagnate. Conversely, modern AI technologies follow an aggressively steep exponential curve. This expanding gap creates a dangerous chasm where yesterday's dominant business models turn into liabilities. When learning remains linear while technology moves exponentially, the organization eventually loses its ability to operate the very systems it owns. Management theorist Peter Drucker observed that productive work requires three inseparable elements: the execution of the work itself, meaningful feedback, and continuous learning. Remove any one of those, and performance flatlines. The Japanese philosophy of continuous learning offers a structural alternative to episodic corporate training. Education is woven directly into daily operations. It happens concurrently with execution, rather than serving as a preparation phase required before work begins. Employees stop asking what external certification they need to acquire next. Instead, they examine how today's specific task can be executed better than it was yesterday. The goal is to build an active, expanding perspective on how the entire enterprise generates value, rather than merely acquiring isolated technical skills. This network visualizes a common structural failure. When organizations restrict education to isolated domains, clusters glow brightly, representing specialized experts. But with broken connections, solutions are globally inefficient. Continuous learning forces cross-pollination, repairing those gaps so information flows freely across the entire network. This interconnected understanding is critical as artificial intelligence rapidly lowers the cost of writing code, drafting documentation, and extracting facts. Because algorithms can instantly retrieve and summarize data, possessing raw information no longer provides a competitive edge. Human workers differentiate themselves by applying knowledge across contexts, an architectural judgment that artificial intelligence cannot replicate. Organizations typically funnel performance indicators strictly upward to satisfy executives, but information is most potent when enabling the workforce to govern themselves. Redirecting this data flow back to active delivery teams provides real-time visibility, resulting in a continuous loop of self-correction. Modern enterprise architecture relies less on rigid, top-down standard enforcement and more on designing these feedback loops so teams possess the specific information required to direct their own improvements. By exposing employees daily to new insights and cross-functional perspectives, adaptation becomes a routine rather than a disruptive event. The friction typically associated with organizational change naturally fades away. Enterprise architecture transitions away from acting as an approval gate, becoming an active engine designed to accelerate education across both business and technology. The restrictive mindset of maintaining past methods is replaced with a single operational mandate. What did we learn this week that will make everyone more effective next week? Maintaining relevance in an automated economy requires abandoning the pursuit of permanent systems. Sustainable competitive advantage comes from designing an organization that never stops learning.